Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we live and garden here in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Today I am doing perhaps the strangest strawberry planting that you may have ever encountered. I'm not sure. Let's see where I'm going to put these strawberry plants. That's such an odd choice. I've had 15 strawberry plants in my plant stash since the middle of March. Here we are at the very end of June, and those plants are still there waiting for me to care for them and put them into the place where they can live and thrive and give us strawberries. Now, I don't have any part of my garden that is full sun except out here in the center of my front yard. No, I'm not putting my strawberries out in the center of the front yard, but close. I think I'm going to put them into my front porch pots. What? That's so strange, but let me explain. I've had these 4 front porch pots planted up with pansies all spring long. They were gorgeous. They were so overflowing with purple and white pansies. And you can see there are still a couple of flowers in there. But the really hot temperatures that we had last week really did them in. They are no longer blooming prolifically. They are ready to be pulled out. Also, the sweet peas that are on the trellis, they are ready to come out as well. Even these over here, they do have 1 or 2 blooms on them, but look how many dried blooms they have. So the sweet peas are ready to come out, and the pansies are ready to come out. So I was thinking, where am I going to put these strawberries? And I was also thinking, what am I going to put into my front porch pots? And then I had this brainstorm. It's like, well, my front porch gets full sun after noon. So from like 12 or 12:30 all the way till the evening time when the sun sets, they get full sun. They are already on drip irrigation, so I don't have to worry about watering them. And yeah, they might be subject to deer damage, but on the other hand, you know, the deer don't usually come all the way up to the front porch. So I'm thinking I could put my strawberries in here. I mean, it's not going to be the most beautiful floral display you've ever seen, but it might be nice. What do you think? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I have 5 kinds of strawberries and I have 3 of each kind, so I have 15 plants. So I'm going to put 3 in each of these front porch pots, plus I have 1 more pot for the 5th type. I'm going to put 3 plants in each. Now, the soil that's up here has been here for quite some time and it has been used for the annuals. So I'm going to refresh it with some fertilizer. I'm going to top it up with some more. This is potting mix. Organic potting mix. I'm going to put in some slow release fertilizer, and that's going to be the Osmocote. So this will kick in over the course of the next few months. And for the immediate term, I'm going to put in some granular organic vegetable and tomato fertilizer. Now, what type of fertilizer you use, it doesn't matter all that much. Okay, they do sell, Espoma does sell berry fertilizer, they sell tomato fertilizer, they sell holly tone and plant tone and flower tone and all the tones. But what I want right now is to focus on the phosphorus and potassium numbers. I want them to be a little bit higher than the nitrogen numbers because I don't want my plants to be focusing on green leaves at this time. I want them to be focusing on fruits. So I'm going to put in something. This one is 253. So it's a little bit stronger in the middle, and that's good for fruiting. So for each of these pots, I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons or 1/4 cup. About. And then I'm also going to put about that same amount of the slow release granular. This is the kind that looks like little yellow balls. Okay, and then I'm going to mix those in, and then I'll be ready to plant. Oh, you know what? I'm going to top up with some of this potting mix. And then I'm just going to set up my drip irrigation before I plant. Or maybe I'll just adjust it after I plant. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. So now all the containers are ready to plant. Well, I was mistaken. I only have 4 types, 3 of each of 4 types. So what I have are All Star, which are June bearing. I have Chandler, which are June bearing. I have Eversweet, which are ever bearing, and Ozark Beauty, which are ever bearing. So 2 kinds of June bearing, 2 kinds of ever bearing. June bearing, they're probably not going to give me much fruit this year since they've been languishing in these little pots all spring long. The ever bearing might put off a few berries this year. I don't know. We're going to see. So I think I'm going to put, well, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put the Chandler, let's see. That's Ozark Beauty, Chandler, All Star, and Eversweet. And so I don't need this pot after all. Okay, so what did I say? Ozark Beauty. Which one is that? Here we are. So I'm going to put 3 in each of these containers. Now when you're burying strawberries, you don't want to bury them deeper than the crown. So definitely don't want them to go any deeper than this pot was. The crown is where the roots come out and start going down, while the stems come out and start going up. And where those 2 meet, that's called the crown. You can see how poorly I've mistreated these plants this year. They have not had a good life. Alright, and I'm tucking in the drip irrigation and make sure these will be watered every day for about 15 minutes. And the pots have really nice drainage, so they won't be sitting in water. So that'll be nice. All right, so those are done. Next, Chandler. Well, as usual, I made a huge mess. Let me get that cleaned up and then we'll take a look at everything. Okay, 4 pots planted up with strawberries. We have Eversweet, Everbearing. We have All Star, June bearing. Over here we have Chandler, June bearing. And down here, Ozark Beauty, ever bearing. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about having strawberries in these containers for the rest of the summer, into the fall, and maybe even over the winter. I might feel like I want to have more floral display on the front porch, or in the holiday season, maybe a Christmas display. So I might be regretting the choice of putting these strawberries into these containers. But what I'm hoping is that they'll at least live and survive for the rest of the summer here, where they get full sun like they need all afternoon. They have the fertilization that they need, and they get water to keep them healthy and happy. So maybe at the end of the season, I'll transplant them somewhere more permanent. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll just have to take that as it comes. But for now, I wanted to get these taken care of. They were just languishing where they were. And I think this is going to be a better plan than leaving them in the driveway for the rest of the summer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think that this is a decent plan for the rest of the summer? Do you grow strawberries in containers? Do you have them in the ground? Do you do them new every spring, or do you keep them perennial for 4 or 5 years before replacing them? Tell me all about your strawberry adventures. I don't know much about growing strawberries, and I'm hoping to learn from you. Thank you for joining me. I hope I'll see you again in another video real soon. Take care, friends.